going to share with you how to get rid of this and keep it from happening again. All right, let's take the headlight out. And what you want to do is, you can see the water in there down at the very bottom. You can see it sloshing around inside there. Rotate it all the way around. See if you can find in the seam area right here, if you can see any moisture whatsoever. Look for any cracks. Check it all out. Make sure you can find, if you can't find the leak, then we'll move to the next step. Also, you want to check your vent tube. Make sure it's not clogged. That's a little tube right here. Make sure that plug right there is not plugged on it. All right, we got it all done. Got all the water out, buffed it all up. Now, doesn't that look beautiful? I'm just kidding you. You got to know I'm going to mess with you a little bit. The owner wants new headlights in. That new headlight's going to go in, but we want to fix this one right here that has the water in it. So I'm going to share with you how to do it. There's two vent tubes. One here I took off and one here I took off. I took a piece of 3/8 rubber tubing and I'm going to hook up our Sweet Project Cars handy dandy air nozzle to this hose right here. I am going to put a little air in there, hold my finger over that so I can regulate it, see where the leak is. Like I said, I'm guessing that the leak will be right here in the seam, but to make sure we find it, we're going to take our Sweet Project Cars soapy water and spray around the seam. We'll put just a little air. Oh, you see that right there? That's one of them. And I didn't even have to plug that off. We'll plug the hole off a little bit. See the bottom there? It's doing it there as well. The whole seam is leaking. All right, so we're going to seal up that whole edge. And I'll share with you how to do it and what to use. All right, you have two methods to fix this. First off, you can take the lens off and clean it all up and seal it up and put it back on. Or if you don't want to mess with that and you can't get your lens off, then you have to clean this all out, blow it all out with your Sweet Project Cars super handy dandy air nozzle. Then take your silicone glue. This is the only one that we use. Dump rubbing alcohol in here so that you can get it all cleaned up. Make sure there's no dirt or grease in it. Blow that out, let it dry. Cut your tip here on an angle, not straight. Don't cut it straight. Take your razor blade and cut it on an angle so you can hold it right in there and inject that right into there. Now when you do it, make sure that it comes up higher than the plastic itself so that you can take your thumb and press it down in there, clean up any glue that you don't want on there, let it set for about 3 or 4 hours, and you're good to go. And you should be able to put the headlight back in the car. Just let it set before you drive it. Let the glue really do its job. Now I'm going to share with you how to take the lens off, if you can take your lenses off, and how to make that happen. All right, this is all you have to do if you want to remove the lens off the front of your headlight. Take your heat gun, which is right here, and all I do is let it warm up. You can set it so it's a little bit away from it and just let it set for a couple of minutes, or you can run the heat gun along the edge. You don't want to keep it there too long. And this ABS plastic will hold and take a lot of heat, so you want to get this edge over here because it'll restrict you from getting it apart because of the way that it's built. And then I leave the heat gun on it as I take my panel tool, and all I do is slide it in to this area right here and slide it down. And then it starts to come apart right there. Now this isn't the same headlight. I'm doing this on another one we have. Take your other panel tool. Once you get it far enough apart, you can then wedge one of these in there so that it's got pressure on it. See how I'm doing that? Now I've got pressure on that, and you can see the glue trying to hold. And now I'm going to heat that up. And it takes about 5 minutes to do this right here to get your lens out. And then you'll clean all the glue off with lacquer thinner. Again, all the tools will be in the show more of the video description. Slide that down even more. See, it's coming apart. And the glue is pretty soft now. I'll wedge that in there, and I'll come around on this side. Look at that. Wedge that in there. And putting pressure on it. Now we'll heat this side up. And there you go. You're seeing it with your own 3 eyes. Now at this point, we can clean all that glue out of there. Like I said, you want to get all that out of there, and it's really sticky. Then you'll take your silicone glue and you'll run a bead right through here and up. Once you get it, you take your lens, put it back in there, turn the headlight back upside down, and put weight on it. Whatever weight you can find to put on there, and let it set an hour or so, and it will never leak again. All right, we peeled all the glue off of it, the seal, or whatever you want to call it. We just held the heat gun in little areas until we got it warm, and it came right off.